Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we're bringing you our top 3 most played games of May. We had a really good month. We've played 31 plays of 13 different games for a total of about 34 hours of playtime. Now, before I get into what games we played, I do want to mention our sponsor, StoneValleyGames.com. This is your friendly, distant game store. They have a ton of great stuff over there. They've got the old hotness and the new classics, the new hotness and the old classics, RPGs, collectible card games, board games, war games, everything that you might need for your tabletop itch. They've got it for you. So go check them out. There's a link in the description below. They also have some great programs. They have a loyalty program for return customers. If you live in the continental United States and you order $100 or more from them, they'll ship to you for free. And then if you are in the United States military stationed overseas with an AA, AE, or AP address, they'll ship to you for free as well. So go check them out. That's StoneValleyGames.com. There's a link in the description below. Okay, so let's start the list right now. So number 3 in May was Splendor with 3 plays. This is a classic for us for sure. It's been in my collection for quite a long time and is one of my wife's favorite games. I've kind of cooled on a little bit. It's essentially an engine building game. You are collecting, you have 3 different tiers of cards. The tier 1 cards are fairly easy to acquire, fairly easy to pay the cost, but the tier 2 cards are much harder and sometimes impossible to acquire without first getting some of those tier 1 cards, because those tier 1 cards give you bonuses for what resources you have. And then likewise, the tier 2 cards are the same thing. The tier 3 cards are definitely impossible to acquire without building up that engine a little bit underneath it. Also, after you have a certain amount of prestige, which you can get from these different cards, then nobles will visit you, which provide you with some additional prestige. First person to 15 prestige wins. It's a really cool little game. Again, I just cooled on a little bit. However, what I have not cooled on is its spiritual successor, its actual successor, its 2-player successor for sure. Splendor Duel is my number 2 with 6 plays. A lot of Splendor this month. Splendor Duel is, again, a 2-player version of Splendor, which, by the way, Splendor plays fine at 2 players. Splendor Duel, phenomenal at 2 players. Really enjoyed this one. This made it into my top 60 this year. Splendor Duel takes kind of that similar thing. You're still getting gems as your resource, but now there's a board that they're on, and when you select the gems, you have to select them in a row. So you select 3 gems in a vertical, horizontal, or diagonal row. And if you select 3 of the same color, then your opponent's going to get a little scroll-looking thing, which is called a privilege that they can cash that in later for a little bit of a benefit. And then as the board as the gems disappear off the board, you're going to have to rebuild the board randomly out of a bag, and that also provides privilege to your opponent if you're the one that rebuilds the board. Lots of cool little tweaks here to the formula. Splendor Duel is fantastic. And number 1 with 7 plays, Aeon Trespass Odyssey. Phenomenal game. I'm still digging into this one, still really finding the strategy and learning how to best approach the different monsters in this game. And I'm so excited because it has 3 different cycles. Cycle 1 has certain monsters, cycle 2 has certain monsters, cycle 3 has certain monsters, essentially 3 different campaigns. And I've only played cycle 1. I'm trying to make it through cycle 1 right now, and it's been a great time. It essentially combines Kingdom Death Monster with the world exploration of the 7th continent, and then throw in a cohesive, cleverly written, really enjoyable narrative that you're playing through as well. So much fun. This one shot straight up to the number 3 on my top 60 most played games of all time. So I don't know. I mean, what can you say except this game is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So that's my 3 most played games of May. Be sure to come back, check out our most played games in June at the beginning of July. Also, we've got coming up some great videos: how to play Aeon, Trespass, Odyssey, how to play Frosthaven. I almost said how to play Gloomhaven. That's already been out. How to play 1815 Scum of the Earth. How to play Dungeon Universalis. Also, June's going to be a little bit light on videos. I'm filming 2 videos. Each of them are a little bit lengthy, and they're not coming out until July. So that's going to take up some of the time for June. Those are 2 paid videos. So be sure to keep a lookout for that. We've got some other great stuff coming up, though. I will have a giveaway coming up in July as well. So be sure to check that out. And until next time, if you're bored online, bored offline.